Alright guys, this is going to be a message for Gemini or Gemini cross-watcher. It's taken me a minute. It's really, I don't know what is going on in yours, but I'm getting there. I'm getting to it. I'm getting down to it. But it's taken me for freaking ever. Like, I can get everybody else's so far up to Libras. But yours is so intricate. Like, it's a lot of information. So I'm going to read. I think it's going to be a message that might end up being all over the place because I'm getting a lot of different things. Basically, how I want to start it off is by saying that some of you have had a lot on your plate. You've done well, probably better than you even realize that you have. You've gotten a place in your life now, or you've gotten to a place in your life now where you know yourself very well. You know what works for you and what doesn't. You also know what is compatible for you or with you and what isn't. When it comes to you and another person, for a group of you watching, it may be that you're understanding that it's better for you to just move forward or move on, because you may see that another person, the way that they are or something like that, it's not in agreement with your lifestyle, like it doesn't work out. Then now that's not for everybody. Maybe it's just people in general. You know, you have, some of you are watching me. I think a lot of you either haven't met the one, or maybe you thought you had the one, but they weren't the one. They're not the one, and you're coming to terms with that. Like, you know, because you know what you want. Like, you know yourself better now than you've ever known yourself ever in any point in your life. Then I was hearing this song by Kendrick Lamar, Love, and I'm sitting here looking it up and looking up interpretations of the song and then looking at the lyrics, because you know I like to do that. And it's saying, you know, it's a song about his love to his fiance, and see, I can see that, but also, I don't know, I can also see it where some other people have seen it as perhaps the love isn't as strong as he's alluding to. And here's why. Because let's do here. He says, oh, where is it? Well, for starters, he says, if I didn't ride Blade on curb, would you still love me? If I minimized my net worth, would you still love me? First of all, there's doubt there. There's doubt there. He's not saying I know you would. Keep it 100. I'd rather you trust me than to love me. Sometimes those go hand in hand. I don't know. Okay, listen, this can go a couple ways. Some of you, this will be where there's a person that, unless this has already happened, this is currently happening or will happen. Some of you, this is going to be where there's a person that you have to make sure you're very careful with, because it could be the person trying to get you to trust them. They don't really care if you love them. They may want to get you to love them, but it's more so about getting you to trust them so that they can what? Conquer something with you. What are they wanting to conquer? That's going to be different for everybody. There could be somebody here. I'm not saying that's what this song means. It could very well be a song to the love of his life. But I could see it a couple ways. I mean, you know, this is what makes people artists, is you can see it in different ways. And all the little things, like I love interpretation. I love that. I love, you know, trying to figure out the many different ways that this could go in every way. I'm seeing 444. So yeah, it could be where, you know, you need to be careful and making sure that somebody's not just trying to get you to trust them, but they don't really, I think you'll know. I think it's going to be plain as day. I think it's going to be very obvious if somebody really loves you or not, or they're just trying to get you to trust them in some way. But, like, maybe be careful not to get lost in the things or something like that, or I don't know. Now, this could also be where, like, let's say somebody's in a relationship, and it could be where maybe somebody's seeing their partner as, like, we're together and all, but if we didn't have all this money and I didn't hold this job down and I didn't work as hard as I've been working all these years, or I didn't do this and this, like, would you still actually love me? Like, would you? You just trust that I'm able to pay the bills. You just trust that I'm able to come home and do this and this and this. But like, do you actually love me? Like, what if I had like a really bad breakdown or something? Like, what if I actually lost my shit and went through like some sort of dark night of the soul and couldn't work for, like, would you actually love me? Because you can say you can love me all day through death, through, what is it? Sickness and health, death do us part. Like, would you actually? So it could be that, like somebody testing their partner, wondering, is this person genuine? Does my partner really love me? Do they? Right? And it's also conflicting. I feel like there's a relationship here that's been conflicting. It's like, it's a conflicting relationship, or someone has had a connection with somebody, but it's a conflicting connection, you know. Or some of you, if you're single, you may have people that have come to you, but what they say and what they show you are two different things. It's very conflicting, and you're like, I need not that in my life. I do not want somebody who's conflicted and who's just going to make me try to trust them and all that. But like, no. Like, a lot of you have had people that it's, you have to wonder at the end of the day, is this your person? You know, and you may realize, like, some of you, you know what you want, and you realize that the people you've met, the people you've dated, the people, whatever, they're just not it. And that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those people. They're just not it for you. They're not it. And you may, it's like you may have a way of attracting people that just want to get you to trust them, or this, and that, but it's like the one hasn't come along yet, you know? Unless this is reversed. Some of you might end up, you know, let's say you end up falling for somebody, but it's hard to like really get this person to trust that you aren't just trying to get them to trust you and manipulate them and just to get in their pants or just to get something from them or something like that. They may have a hard time trusting that in you because they've had people like that always, or this is you. I don't see anybody here being like, woe is me, I'm you know, everybody is so awful in life. Like, no, it's just somebody who can realize they've been awful as well, and they work on themselves, and, you know, it's just kind of like, I'm getting too many stories here. It's rather confusing. You see why it's taken me forever? I think the song is important, though. I think it is. Love by Kendrick Lamar. I really think it is. Backstroke oversea. I know what you need. Already on 10. All money come in. All feeling go out. This feeling don't drought. You see what I'm saying? Like, is this about money? Is this about things? Or is this about love? Is this about trust? Is this about holding each other's secrets? Is this about, what is this about here, you know? I don't know. Some of you just maybe need to be careful with somebody, or make sure that something's authentic here. Or maybe somebody's going through that where it's like, am I with somebody that really is with me for the right reason, like really loves me? Or, you know, like they're secure. And I don't know. I'm confused by this. I almost feel like I need to do another one. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I need to sit down and really write this out. Like, maybe do a second video. Give me a run for my money. There is nobody, no one to outrun me. I want to be with you. Just love me. I'm on the way. We ain't got no time to waste. Popping your gum on the way. Am I in the way? I don't want to pressure you none. I want your blessing today. What blessing? You want what today? What blessing do you want, sir? What do you want? What does he mean by that? Am I in the way? I don't want to pressure you none, he says. Oh, by the way, open the door, by the way. Told you that I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I know connection is vague. Pick up the phone for me, babe. Unless he's just flirting with her. I don't know. I don't want to pressure you none. I don't know. Somebody may be like, no, I don't just want you for sex, but like actually it's like kind of clear. Now that doesn't mean that they only want you for that, but it can mean intentions here. Intentions. Seeing somebody's intentions. Somebody's questioning someone's intentions, or will be, even if it's somebody they've been with for a while, you know, it's kind of like, oh. Knock it out twice. I'm with it only for the night. I'm kidding. See? Only for life. Yeah, homie for life. Only for life. Let's get it. He's like, I'm kidding. Only for the night. It's like almost a little too... Like, are they serious or are they joking? Is somebody fucking with your head? I don't know. Like, there's times I'm like, okay, I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. And then other times I'm like, unless it's just his personality, you know what I mean? It could just be his personality. See, I like that. That's what I love about music. That's what I love about writing, what I love about poetry, what I love about art. It invokes all these different emotions. Like, I could see it. And I have to see it from that perspective. Like, it could just be his personality. He's just teasing or he's just playing. And it could also be where it's like, just because somebody says something, you got to read in between the lines because the devil is in the details. You could say all day this and that, but there's also certain lines where it's like a dead giveaway. You know what I mean? I feel like this is something where somebody here may need to like listen to their first instinct. Or some of you already did, and this is already past, and now you know yourself, like going back to what I first said, you know yourself better than you've ever known yourself before. And you can trust your instinct, you can trust your intuition that it's not going to lead you in the wrong direction, and that, you know, if you feel like something's off, it's probably off. Now, sometimes we could be wrong. Yeah, obviously. But, I mean, like, if you feel like somebody isn't right for you, they might not be right for you. You might be very correct about that. And I don't know. You might be correct about this. Or you were. You already were. It already happened. Like, somebody is smooth here, you know? Now, listen, for others of you, somebody does mean it. They're just a jokester. They like to play with you. They like to mess with you or something like that. And if you're already in a relationship here, it may be where somebody could be questioning their partner or thinking it, whether they're doing it out loud or not. They'd be thinking like, will this person actually like love me as much as they say they do if I just didn't have shit, you know? Or if I didn't provide this, whatever it is for them, like, would they? And this could be entirely reversed, where it's like somebody connected to you, like you may ask that person, do you honestly think that your person really loves you or that they're only with you because of what you provide for them? You may say that shit to somebody you know. Somebody somehow connected to you. You know, it could be a stranger, but connected to you as in you run across them, they start talking to you, you know. I don't know, it could be anybody, but it's someone who's going to connect to you personally, and you may give them that, you know, question to think about and mull over and be like, hey, really ask the question. Would they actually be there? I mean, they might, but it's worth asking the question. It's a serious question, you know. This is a lot. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.